Hey guys, what's going on? Some crazy games we've had so far. It is going to be the final game of the entire round of 24, a TVT. To top things off, we're going to be having Royal versus Barracks. Royal coming back from the death, and Barracks, I guess, about to be reincarnated, but he's failed the test, the exam, so he's gonna have to be back here to have another chance to fight. The map is Polestar, and on this map, looks like Royal is gonna be located at the bottom left in the red color, Barracks located at the bottom right in the blue color. Close map positioning, and that girl is really cute. She's been here the entire game. This girl is also very nice. Who is better? Which girl did you like? I think the first girl is more natural looking. This guy is not anything worth talking about. ASL in 14, ASL in 25. What is he saying? He's like saying, I have been to every single ASL. Maybe that's what he said. But no, the first girl is more original. The second girl is more beautiful, but she's also very generic. So I'd like to ask for the first girl's phone number, and I'd like to ask for the second girl's address where she's got her cosmetic surgery, because I think the cosmetic surgeon did a good job. Not so much for that guy in the glasses though. Anyways, that guy with the hair in the back looks like he's got a cockroach on his face. Very strange people in the audience. Royal at the bottom left is going to be going for a Barracks closer and getting ready for it to be lifted. And as for who's this other guy? He's the same. Okay, Barracks fan in the crowd there. Like I mentioned to you, Barracks is the most handsome person in the Starcraft Korean community. He is very good looking. Royal is okay. Royal is like a secluded kid. He's got a cat, by the way. So if you guys are cat lovers, you would definitely get along well with Barracks, with Royal, excuse me. Barracks, I'm not so sure what kind of pets he's got. Maybe I collected as part of the player card. I have various useful information about each player. Anyways, yeah, let's quickly show that. So here is the information for Royal. Kim Ji-soo, born in 1995, 182 centimeters tall, very tall. Decent ELO scores last year, this year, but not super high. You need about 1300 to get into the top 10, convincingly. He used to play for Kespa Telecom, and now he belongs to Inno Label, the university. But a decent amount of followers all around, so that's cool. SCV from Royal has discovered Barracks, but Barracks has not yet discovered Royal. Now let's talk about Barracks. So there it is, Barracks' face. He looks like a freaking actor, man. He looks like he's Harry Potter Korean version. Doesn't he look like that? Barracks, what can I tell about him? His name is Hwang Byun-young. His other name is Bai. I think Bai is a clan name. No, it's not. It's his real thing. As you can see, Bai, MSTZ Bai. 179 centimeters tall, 5 feet 10 inches. Decent amount, a small amount of followers all around, and he's been in 10 ASL round of 24. His best performance has only been in the quarterfinals. So all is for the taking. Let us just quickly compare the stats between these two players before we actually dive into the specifics. So in the last 30 days, here are the win rates for these two players, and here are the ELO scores. So Barracks against Terran is his strongest matchup, although the sample size is rather small. 83%. Royal against Terran is 44%. So maybe based on current form, Barracks is the better player with a higher ELO scores as well. So that's that in terms of accomplishment in the ASL so far. These guys have not yet any gold, except I was speaking too soon there. Royal is on this chart with 1 gold so far, 0 silver, and 0 bronzes. Is the story and accomplishment by round. Here it is. Royal is slightly more accomplished, but Barracks nowadays in his current form is much better. So let's see what's happening here. Expansion coming down from both of these players. This is not a symmetrical map, so the red player Royal will have direct access by flight to Barracks' main base in the mid game. So we shall see if that is going to eventually materialize. This 6 o'clock position will be heavily contested. I think it's faster for Royal to reach there. He's going to be on the low ground, but once he crosses his high ground, oh my god, Royal has got caught with his pants down. He'll be losing the first vulture. Not very good. And I guess Barracks got a nice first small advantage here. There's going to be raids coming out. Behind this, there will be a tank. I think I'm quite sure Barracks going to be going for mass vultures. At least he's got a couple of vultures, and the first tank is out. So unless Barracks got a huge amount of vulture, we would not be able to actually penetrate. The Marines actually outside, but now the Marines have returned back into the bunker. So things are gonna be very, very much tightly defended here. For Royo. So I guess it's gonna be the time for me to read some advertising. My name is Namkraft. Welcome to the channel. I'm known to be casting very, very quickly and uploading videos very, very quickly. As soon as the real-time video finish, my upload will be on YouTube. So this is my signature move. If you don't like me talking so much, I guess just turn off my voice. You can do that using the link in the video description. My channel will eventually have dub options. I don't know how that works. I guess it means that you will not hear my voice at all. You will hear a translated version of my voice into your language of choice. Imagine AI translating Namkraft into French or Spanish. I'm not so sure he can actually understand half the things I say. He would just say something like, bread and butter, oh my god, coming into the citadel. And then there's gonna be some, angry persons fighting their mama's houses. Something like that. This raid will leave the area. Royals got 3 tanks, very, very nicely done. Barracks decided to make Goliaths instead, so the game will keep on going. And let me continue with the advertising. There might be a slight disorientation in the channel, especially in the audio channel, especially if you are on headphones. There's going to be a little bit more English on one ear, a little bit more Korean on the other ear. This is by design. If you don't like that, don't use headphones or use a Chrome add-on to turn off one of the voices that you are hearing in your head. Those are real voices, not imaginary voices. There's always links in the video description that will be useful to you. Links to the first, the next game in the tournament, the previous game in the tournament, and the overall tournament URL. Use those links to navigate around without getting spoiled. If you have an account on TR.net, you can check out Namkraft blog on TR.net, or just Google Namkraft blog TR.net or Namkraft ASL Season 20 blog TR.net, and you will see that blog item. And I have posted the games in a non-spoiler style for you to kind of keep things unspoiled, and as a courtesy to the public. Also, when you're gonna leave a comment, please say spoiler, enter 4 times, and then say you're spoiling content, or just leave a random comment to push all of the other spoiling comments down the road. So thank you very much for your consideration. If you have a Facebook account, feel free to add friends with me. Don't use a girl Facebook account, because I know that 99.99% of my viewers are men. 40 years old virgin to be precise. Actually, there was one girl. In the last 20 days, there was one girl who watched my video. So if you are here, please state your name and, whatever body dimensions and everything else in between. I want to study you more. I want to understand everything about you, especially from the waist up and from the waist down. Anyway, what's happening here? Barracks is going to try to surround Royal from the left side and from the top. Royal's going to get sandwiched. No, he's fine. He's doing just fine for the time being. He cannot easily take a third base for the time being. So very interesting scenario is happening. We're going to be having a counter starport coming from Barracks. Barracks is slightly up in supply, about 5 supply ahead. And these tanks have unsieged. Where are they going? I guess he's got to return. No, he comes on the ramp. He's trying to gain a little bit more ground, and he's got the floating, floating Barracks here. Looks like that one tank's gonna get surrounded from both sides, but on this other side of the map, Royo's pressing forward. I'm not so sure this is gonna be good or not, because he will leave his back door exposed. These tanks are coming forward. 5 tanks. The mines are trying to go up here. Looks like the tanks are gonna try to get it up. Do we have anything inside that bunker? Nothing is inside the bunker. The first line of tank has fallen. There's gonna be tanks coming from the left side as well. But keep in mind, there might be reinforcement from the other side. This Goliaths are trying very good. Looks like Barracks only's got 1 tank remaining. The raid arrived, and now there's going to be just 2 Goliaths, but it will fall very, very quickly. And the last of that tank will destroy all of the Goliaths. The vultures need to go to work. Looks like he clears all of those vultures, but 1 vulture remains. He's going to try to save his tank. His tank will be alive. Yes or no? Maybe so. Reinforcement coming from the other side is going to eat a lot of mines, but they have plows through. There might be another mine drag soon. I'm not so sure, but now these units are going to be on the low ground, and there's going to be a reset territory lines here. And once again, Barracks is still ahead. Barracks has taken a 3rd base, whilst Royo has not. I guess he can just go for another base at the 830 position right here. But there's a mine there. Anyways, suddenly there's a Marine just walking randomly onto this area. I'm not so sure exactly how he was able to actually get a Marine there in the first place. But these Korean pro gamers, they have their way of doing things that are unimaginable, unfathomable by normal human standards. Like, they come with the weirdest units ever. In the right nick of time, they were able to slip in one dude here, two dudes there, and do some damage. It's a very, very fun situation. Anyways, once again, 2 vultures looking for some openings. He gets another vulture. No, he gets it, and he's gonna be on high ground. Once again, there's the double high ground here, and as you can see, there's very, very nice trade for Royo, but nah, there's only so much you can do with 2 vultures, and he's gonna back up. On this side of the map, we're gonna be having Royo also expanding and coming out of the map. So the game is quite balanced, but after that previous engagement, Barracks is leading by about 10 supply. That's a lot of supply differential, and he's also ahead slightly in base timing, in you know, command center construction timing. So that's that. Anyway, so this will be just a heads up about the schedule. So this will be the last game of the round of 24. On September 1st, we will also have the group nomination. I will actually not be covering those group nominations, but right after that, on September 8th and 9th, I believe, we will have the round of 16. I will be covering the round of 16. Actually, during that time, I will be traveling, but I would actually try to bring my gear with me to cast. Maybe it's going to be in an airport or in the bathroom or in a graveyard. God knows where I'm going to be going, but wherever I go, my gear will be with me, and my love will be with this game, and I love you guys. Oh no, I don't really love you guys. That's a lie. Any casters online saying that thank you so much, I love you, they're all lying. The only person they love is themselves. Nobody loves their fans. So you have to kind of accept the fact and just move on and just basically do the same thing. No one loves Namkraft, I know that. You just love the content I bring, right? And sometimes my sexy voice. Anyways, nice attack, and Barracks will plow through. Looks like these tanks are out of position. They will try to come back here. These vultures are doing great work, but there's going to be a replacement. These raids will eat up those tanks, and Royo is in some serious problem. If he loses his area, he cannot saturate his new base. But I guess at the last one, he's going to be able to press all of those raids back. Barracks leading by 30 supply. He need to expand again. He need to turn this advantage into real economical power. Just like the British Empire, you know, with a nice navy, they will actually create a nice economic empire that circumvents the entire globe, right? So this is exactly what Barracks needs to be doing. Some nice attack. These Goliaths need to pull back. That is an insane shot there. But now these tanks are going to get pushed back. And there's going to be another surround from the north side, completely closing in on Royal. What's happening? These tanks have retreated. Okay, I guess they don't want to be exposed on the low ground. They want to have actually a nice high ground advantage. But on this other side, the vultures are coming through, and this command center at the 9 o'clock position might not be able to come up on time. We shall see what is going to be the next part of the game here. Tanks in position. We're going to be having a drop though. There's going to be some nice ideas for Royo. Looks like Barracks is not responding. What is he dropping? Is this a fake drop? It's a real drop. It's a real drop, but it's kind of a delayed drop. SCP is going to have to run away very soon now. And these vultures are doing some great damages. The dropship, I think, should leave now. Another command center going up, so Barracks will be up 5 bases, and Royo, he will be up on 4 bases. So that's basically what we're going to be seeing here. But I think this game, and with these spawning locations, Royo will be coming back again and again with more drops. But you need to get rid of those raids first, right? Because for now, Barracks is the one who's got the high ground advantage. It's gonna be the air advantage, and we're gonna be seeing cloak being researched by Barracks. Royo is gonna pick up some more forces. He's got a Valkyrie to escort his dropship. Not a bad idea. You need to saturate his 4th base as well, and the games need to come out. Where is dropship going? I'm not sure. There's going to be a major attack, but this is futile. There's just so much mechanical units behind this, and Royo has been stopped short in his attempt to break out here. The dropship need to get repaired, and I'm actually still looking forward to another drop soon. And indeed, this drop is going to go right through, and he didn't repair his dropship at all. He just went right in. I think there's a tank here, and the raids are out of position once again. He's got to try to find a nice weak spot, comfortable spot to set him up and settle down here. And indeed, that dropship will fall, but that tank will be able to do a great damage on all of those vultures. The vultures need to attack the SCVs. They're actually not attacking anything. So now this is something that something happens to your units, right? You put them there, and when the attacking unit is outside of your range, your unit just freeze and do nothing. Basically, that's what happened, and there's some major battles here, but at the end of the day, it's going to be Barracks who can still contain the enemy. No, looks like Royo presses hard forward. He loses 2 tanks. He loses another one. No, he gets his enemy tank destroyed, and this vultures behind the enemy is very good. It's going to be some nice cloak raid. Where is the scanner? I guess the scanners will need to be deployed soon here. I guess that Valkyrie will need to return and go for scanning. Why is he not scanning? He can scan, and there's going to be a glide, and he will scan, and he will press his units, the enemy's units back. The Valkyrie is sniped, but those those raids have been pushed back, so Royo is able to establish a small hole in the middle here. Supply-wise, surprisingly, after the huge battle, Royo is back on even supply-ish against Barracks, but he's still on 4 bases. Need to find another base soon because the enemy is coming up with 5 bases, and maybe the 6th one will be made at some point in the future. At this 1 o'clock position, we're seeing an SCV there getting ready. Anyways, Cloak unit is going to try to come in. We have a Goliath that have a very nice scan, and the raids are trying to destroy the single SCV. Not a bad idea, but the replacement Goliath is here, so this is not a nice way for Barracks to trade his forces. Looks like some vultures looking forward to go for a snipe. This is going to be a very tricky moment. If those SCVs going to get transferred, then they will all die. Looks like the vultures will find what now? Vultures trying to, I mean, this is going to be vulture versus vulture here. There's going to be some vultures laying some mines, and this could be a huge moment. This commentator will slow down. All of the SCVs inside will fall, but where is he going? He's gonna send a single vulture to the top right. He thinks that the enemy doesn't have anything there, but there's got a lot of stuff there, and looks like there's gonna be a replacement attack on this other map, and there's gonna be a mine explosion on that tank, and the Goliaths have all died. But we have a dual attack though by Royo against 2 bases. This base is going to be falling as well. There's a lot of mines. We need to have scan. I guess these vultures will get cleared out. There's going to be a nice mine explosion to this base. Eventually we get saved here, and more commands that we need to go up. But that was a nice diversion tactic. This vulture is still doing a lot of damage inside of Barracks, other bases, and Barracks is actually not here to spot. He's, a lot of his SCVs are damaged, but not yet fully destroyed. That vulture with 8 kills, 9 kills, 10 kills. And now we're going to be having +1 weapons and +1 armor for Royo. He's going to press forward here. Barracks is still ahead in bases, but in terms of supply, he's kind of down a little bit. There's going to be a small attack on his left side. And with this move, Royo is threatening this 12 o'clock position. He's coming very close to it. In this middle area, though, what's happening? Looks like Royo clears a lot of these tanks as well. And he's very close to breaching this area. And looks like some of the reinforcements from Barracks going to try to get there. But high ground advantage in favor of Royo. +2 weapons and +1 0 armor for who is this player? I don't know. I guess Royo has got +2 and +1, and Barracks got +2 and 0. Maybe that's what I'm seeing. I'm not so sure. Anyways, he needs to see the 12 o'clock, and the 12 o'clock position is right there. He is not seeing it. Massive raids coming to the middle area. Will snipe this what is it? The turret very quickly here. There's gonna be some Goliaths coming from the back. The science vessels getting sniped here. Very nice switch of tech by Barracks, and I'm just so sad that Royo doesn't see the 12 o'clock position. Is right there. He can just move on that high ground and he will be able to take it out, but he's not seeing it, and he's expanding so slowly compared towards the enemy. Anyways, now Royo's maxed out. He might decide to go for major battles, and he's scanning. Both the players are scanning. What is going to be the next move? Where is he going? He needs to send some forces towards the 12 o'clock to take it out. It's right there. He's moving there. I guess he wants to penetrate against this top right, but he needs to know that there's something also at the 12 o'clock position. He's not sending. This is a hidden base. This hidden base has been alive for something like 5 minutes, and now there's going to be a major attack, but Royo, well, I guess he's on the high ground, so it's going to be the attack. He needs to keep some of his Goliaths alive as well, because there could be raids coming from the southern side. He's able to clear all of these tanks. Of course, nice vision from him. He will clear a lot of tanks. That is nice. We need to send some forces to the 12 o'clock position right now. He doesn't have vision of it. Come on, don't lose because you're not able to spot a hidden base. Anyways, superior upgrades is what Royo has, and he might press once again. Reinforcement by Barracks is going to be coming out though, very nicely, and these forces are going to get pushed back. And oh my God, Royo still doesn't check the 12 o'clock position. He is still just sitting there with his 5 or 6 tanks and not do it. He's going to try to press through the middle. This is a nice idea, but he's going to be meeting severe resistance from different angles here. The raids are providing some nice coverage. The tanks will get sandwiched from both sides, and the raids are going to have to come in here to destroy a lot of tanks. The Goliaths are having some nice coverage, so nice battles, but looks like Royo has lost a lot of forces during this time, and once again, he is not seeing this 12 o'clock position. He's not sending anyone there, not even a single SCV. He's just sitting there doing nothing. And behind this, Barracks is coming up with how many bases? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Royo with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's going to be triple dropship coming up now. I guess these raids are going to try to snipe a tank, but these Goliaths have provided some nice vision. And these dropships are going to try to come out. I guess he will try to attack against this base here. Very sad day for Royo fan. Oh my God. But let's see if there's going to be a chance for him to come back, because, you know, this game, There's a lot of potential for some nice attacks here. Anyways, now Barracks got maxed out, and SCV will finally see this base. Are you freaking insane? Now there's gonna be vultures coming up, but two dropships are returning already. Maybe there's nothing inside. Yeah, maybe there's nothing inside. It's gonna be building an engine bay. There's two tanks on the high ground. Goliaths are trying to press forward, but it's very slow. It's gonna be a mine though. A crazy mine drop could be late here. Looks like that mine is not gonna get triggered. And more Goliaths coming too. And these two tanks on the backside is for some nice coverage. But this base has been cleared out together with the 12 o'clock position. There's gonna be an engine bay coming up. This race is providing some nice coverage as well. So that base for now is still allowed to mine. Those tanks might come forward. We need to have another turret getting created soon. He's trying to get on the high ground, but the moment he gets on the high ground, there's going to be a drop. What is he doing with his 3 tanks? He would be completely shredded to pieces. What is he doing? Goliath's coming from the back. He will attack against the SCV. Not bad, but now there's going to be 4 tanks laying on the high ground, and 4 tanks will beat 1 tank for sure. Those Goliaths going to get pushed back, and more drops coming in, and those tanks are going to be in the right position. The turrets will complete or not. Looks like they will not complete. Yes, they will. They will take some hits against the dropship. Those tanks will fall though, and I guess now that base is completely toasted. But there's going to be another very nice turret to actually eat up some of those units, and there's going to be some mines here, but those tanks will be coming forward. There's going to be tank on the low ground, and of course Royo is playing a losing game. This base will be under siege. That mineral patch has not yet been mined out, so the angles is not so good for Royo. He's trying to waste so much time to get on here. He doesn't have dropship. He doesn't have, I don't know what he doesn't have a lot of things. He's got upgrades. He's got +3 weapons and +1 armor upgrade. The only thing that he's ahead is upgrades. So that's nice. Anyways, we're going to be having counter drops. I guess he's going to check this base, and his plan is to actually go out here. This refinery is going to get destroyed. He's going to try to save his own base, but a huge drop through the center. Who will drop first now? The drop from Royal will be deployed first, but where's Barracks going with his drop? If Barracks tried to drop the main, it might be able to do some huge attack here. There's going to be a major attack in this middle. There's 3 attacks happening at the same time. There's a drop, there's a counter drop, and a ground attack in the middle of the map. This game is insane. 10 dropships going to try to go right to the main here, or maybe they're not going to the main. They're going to try to go to the third base. No, they will go to the main. There's some supply depot. This is a nice opening here. Where's the defending units from Royal? I don't see them. And there's going to be a lot of splash damage. The dropship have to kind of run away now and go towards the outside. There's going to be tanks sieging from the outside to try to secure this base here. The tanks will need to siege. We have a D-Matrix stand not back. They will eat up a lot of the shots though. We have a nicely done, and all of the dropships have returned, which means no vision of this outside area. That area doesn't have vision. Anyway, some nice more attacks happening, and that armory will fall, but that's fine because Royo has been upgrading nicely. He doesn't actually need that armory for now. He's got another armory somewhere, I believe. Anyways, but losing all of these factories will be problematic because now Barracks is got almost maxed out at 2,400 minerals. Some nice scan to see. But Royo doesn't see any chance at all. There are no openings for him. He's not able to assault the 12 o'clock position. His base is mining here, but he's got nothing else. There's going to be some nice drop to come out to clear out this area, so I guess that's fine. The dropship will need to run away now. There's going to be a huge counter drop somewhere in the middle area. The Goliaths are not able to see it. I guess we will have at least a single Goliath. Now the drop will come in once again. He's looking for some areas. There's some mines here. And I guess the dropship will decide to go somewhere else. Tanks are in the right position to step here, and this base is going to be burning out very quickly. And these dropships are going to come in. There's some Goliaths though. Where is he dropping? He's looking for some. He's going to drop on the high ground. He might drop right here. No, he doesn't. He will drop a little bit to the tanks. Going to be in the right siege position. And this area is actually not of any value to anyone. But it is Royo is actually going to be able to clear it. Royo is fighting hard for his life. Royo is about to get suffocated, but he's still alive. And just bits by bit, he's fighting very hard for a ticket to the round of 16. So props to him, and props to every one of you who have survived until this last minute here, 20 seconds into the game. If you enjoyed this custom video, buy a coffee, because if you've noticed this entire video, you've not seen any ads, only one ad from the beginning. Basically, a major battle is happening. So 11 dropship coming to the Goliaths, and a dropship. Some tourists to cover, and the game is still going on. This base is being allowed to mine, but actually the number of minerals intake going up from that base is very low. Only 4 SCVs though. And Barracks doesn't have much on that base, but anyways, there's a turret, and there's gonna be a drop to the top area. There's nothing here. There's a science vessels. He's gonna have to drop something very soon. Who's gonna be able to drop first? The turret's gonna try to come up here. There's some tanks in the right position, but the tanks are on the low ground. The tanks on the high ground are done. This base has been secured. Oh my god, how? There's gonna be a huge drop now. He's dropping in the middle area. The tanks are not able to share anything at all. This command center, not visit the factory, will fall, and these tanks will actually have a nice vision on the high ground. There are some tanks on the low ground, but they are not within reach of those tanks. The command center will burn before everything else. You need to lift the command center and go somewhere else. the unit's gonna get destroyed. We're gonna be having a nice D-Matrix unit. He's gonna try to move forward slowly here. And of course, Roy has got visioned. Roy's the one with vision. Barracks doesn't actually have visioned. Vision advantage. I mean, not really vision, but vision advantage. But now, max out army coming from Roy. He would try to suffocate Roy from the right flank here, as he takes him from the top side as well. Where's Roy retreating? New forces, because I think his the drop in his main has been cleared out. He can remake his factories. There's gonna be a counter drop. Both the players are going to be waiting. This is going to be a very, very costly battle for Barracks. The enemy's tanks are completely in siege positioned, but it's going to be very costly. There's a counter drop on the top right of the map as well. I guess before this battle is over, Barracks might be losing all of his tanks. Looks like these tanks, the 3 tanks remaining, are still preventing nice coverage. There's a counter drop, and this base will get completely destroyed, but it's going to be a counter, a defensive position as well. Some Goliaths trying to go, and looks like we're going to be losing 3 dropships, but this base has been saved. This base had been slaved by Barracks. 177 supply for Barracks and Roy 113. And this command center is going to be burning very, very soon. It's very close to dying. And it's going to be some attacks on the top side. It's coming from both angles. Royo has GG. Barracks has qualified to the round of 16s. I will see you in 2 weeks' time when the round of 16 play around. So if you have some money in your bank account, send it to me. Thanks for watching. And see you. Look at Roy's face.